All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Game Club. Each week, we talk about a chapter, a segment, a series, a level of a game, and, we talk about it? We play it, and then we talk about it. We can't talk about it and then play it.
No.
That's not how it works.
No.
And, of course, this week, we are on Chapter 4 of Plague Tale Innocence.
Yes.
And the new Plague Tale is coming out very soon.
October,
apparently.
yeah.
October, yeah.
We'll be ready for it by then.
Yeah, I think so.
Wow, well, there's only 12 chapters, I think. So
yeah.
We're already on 4, so.
Yeah, no difference. I've been enjoying this game the entire time through.
Yeah, so this chapter was we made it out of the church, and we are trying to get to the farm.
Yes.
And to talk to Laurentis, the doctor. Or, I guess doctor's in air quotes, like he's probably a barber.
He's probably a barber for sure.
So I'm trying to remember here. I don't think I died in this chapter. No, I did die, but it was the rats that got me.
I died 4 times experimenting with what I could do with the guards.
Yeah, the guards. Yeah. The guards are stupid, but they're a little less stupid.
Oh
now.
yeah, they've upped their IQ points by at least 10 in this chapter. Yeah. So it's a little bit more difficult. You can't just run into the bush and be like, I'm hiding.
I know. I got spotted, and I was like, wait a minute. I've never been spotted at this peripheral vision before, but that's okay. Basically, we start walking. We can see a windmill in the distance. We're like, that's where we got to go. But as we get further along, it's like, oh, there's guards all over the road. We have to do a sneak through the old cow parsnip.
Yeah, so it's essentially dusk. Nighttime is coming, so we're trying to get to the farm before nighttime comes because then it's Rat City.
Yes, hate Rat City.
So there's a lot of guards. A variety of them have helmets, and some of them don't. And if you're quick enough, you could just kill the guards without helmets, just like rocks,
just
100 miles an hour straight to the brain.
Yeah, I didn't attack any guards in this chapter. I just snuck, basically.
I tried to distract a guard by hitting him straight in the face. One of the ones with the helmet with a rock, and he just like looked straight at me. He's like, I know where that came from. And he runs into the bush and just goes.
Yeah, there's no like, hey, press B to dodge or anything. It's just like, no, you are now dead.
Yeah, I tried to do some stealth maneuvers, running away, dodging, and it's like, no, he's hitting you with his sword, with the pommel, and then slicing your head off. And then Hugo's like, Amicia, no.
Yeah, exactly. Little Hugo.
Yes.
So there's multiple paths to get through here, I think. You don't have to go the same way.
No, you definitely don't.
So did you go through the little hut where... I think this part you have to go this way, but you have to send Hugo through to open the door. You have to... Yeah. The guard walks away to look at the stone you throw, and then you send Hugo to go through the little hole.
Yeah.
The first time, I was like, how do I get through here? Like, I didn't see the little hole. So, like, I distract the guard.
And you were probably playing it on stream, so you missed the voice line. I would imagine.
Well, I heard them say, like, we have to get in the hole, right?
Yeah.
But I didn't see the hole.
Oh.
I saw, like, the panel that was down, right? So I was like, okay, I'll run over there. I'll lift up the panel. He will go in, and then I'll follow him. So I get over there. I'm like, I can't get in here. What the fuck? So I distracted the guard. So then the guard's like, oh, it was nothing. And he goes back to his routine. And I did it again to distract him. He's like, oh, something's up here. And he wouldn't he was like on high alert now. So I couldn't do anything. So I just got murdered basically.
Yeah. If you do it more than twice, I think they go on high alert. Yeah. You can't distract them anymore.
So then after I died, I was like, oh, there's a little hole there. So then I sent Hugo through the little hole and it was no problem. But then even in the little shed afterwards, you have to distract the one guard that's looking down the hill where you got to go. So I was like, okay, let me throw this jar to distract him.
Yeah.
But I threw it too far, so it distracted the other guard that I'd already passed. So I was like, oh, fuck.
So at the first little part of the sneaking area, there's you sneak in and then you do a little bit of sneaking, and then there's a bridge where there's a covered wagon.
Yes.
Is that after that little hut? I think
is that the covered wagon with 3 dudes on the bridge?
Yeah, the 3 dudes.
Yeah, that's right after the hut.
Yeah, so after that, you sneak down and you go
through the lumber mill.
Yeah, the lumber mill. And there's a dude sneaking down the lumber mill, and I brained this guy so hard. He ragdolled so hard into the back wall. It was so funny.
Crazy.
I stood up and I was like, What the hell? That was crazy.
I didn't even think to attack any of these guys. I was just in full sneak mode. So like he was walking around with his red lantern.
Yeah.
And I just walked, underneath where he was. And then there was the other guy up top, and I just distracted him, and we went through the opening or whatever.
So my idea was to just hit the lantern so he didn't have any light.
Oh yeah.
But I was just like, oh, it's letting me brain him. So I just like did it, and I was like, oh my god, that was intense.
Okay.
Just ragdolled him across the
Yeah.
room. That was funny.
I did kill some. I mean, I played 3 chapters. So
Yeah.
I did kill some guys later, but yeah. When you use your sling to kill a guy, you're just like, holy shit. It's like so brutal.
It's very brutal.
Yeah. Also, when you were sneaking into the lumber mill, did you go underneath the bridge? I think there was like some treasure down there.
Oh, I thought about going underneath the bridge, but I didn't know if I could go in the water, because there's some parts we can't go in the water.
Yeah.
Because like at the first part of the chapter, I tried going in the water where the dock is.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you went down to the dock, because there's a collectible and some stuff.
I don't know if I did or not. I can't remember.
There was a monk in a boat, or like an alchemist in a boat, and he had a whole ton of stuff, plus a collectible.
No, I did not go down there. I don't know how I missed that, but
yeah, I went straight down there, and there he is, and I got all his stuff. It might have been closer to the farm than the earlier spot, but there was still a dock down at the bottom where there was a bunch of stuff to collect as well.
No, I didn't go down there.
I missed looking at the walkthrough, I missed a bunch of stuff, but
oh yeah, I know I missed a bunch of stuff. I'm sure when I was sneaking, I missed a bunch of stuff too.
Yeah, and then once we get past these guards, we get closer to the farm,
and we have to go through this big ass field.
This big ass field of dead pigs.
So, well, before that, we have to sneak through like the wheat field or something.
Oh yeah,
there was like a treasure chest along the way, and I was like, I must get this treasure chest.
Oh yeah, got to get the treasure chest. Got to get them hot upgrades.
The first time I was like, how do I do this? And I got killed by the patrolling guard. But I didn't see the... No, it wasn't the patrolling guard that killed me. I think it was the guard by the chest, because I was like, oh, the guard's patrolling around here. Let me go get the chest. And I just walked out in front of the guard.
You didn't even see that other guy?
No, I just was like, oh, crap. So,
yeah.
And then the second time, I got in there, no problem, and got my loot. But, yeah, this was a whole huge field that I was like, I bet you if I go to the other side of the field, there's other treasure and shit, but I'm like, I'm not going all the way over there. I'm not trying to get 100% completionist here, so.
No, I definitely explored a lot. I've been, now that I know that there's things to get to upgrade, I've been exploring a lot more.
Yeah, maybe I should have done that, but I didn't.
But yeah, I didn't really explore too much where the guards were. I saw that, I know that part you're talking about where the chest is right in the middle of the field.
Yeah.
So I definitely got that. I mean, I died a lot in this field. just trying to see what I could do with my sling.
Exactly. No, I never even thought to use my sling to kill guys. I just was like, oh, sneak time. Let's go. But then we climb through a wrecked tower or something like that, and we get towards the actual farm.
Yeah.
And there's, like, they've killed, like, all the livestock here, and there's just, like, 1,000 dead pigs. It looks
has to be 1,000.
So gross and disgusting and juicy.
Yeah. And this is when the night starts to come, and the
rats are like,
out.
We're back, baby.
So now we're back into a get the fires going.
Yeah.
Try and avoid the rats and stuff like that.
Yeah. So this first part, we didn't have to really get the fires going. It was just like go from fire to fire through the slop.
Mad panic.
Until we get up to the top.
Yeah.
And when we get to the top, this is the only time I use my sling, I think, at this point, was when
you have
you're
to release
blocked
the pigs.
And you have to release the pigs, and that was so gross.
Not alive pigs, mind you. Just they're dead pigs stacked up behind a little like wooden wall, and you have to like the rats start pouring out right in front of it. So you're like, well, knock down the wooden wall, and the pigs go slide.
It was like
plug the hole.
They were very viscous pigs. They they were moving juiciness.
Oh yes.
Very luxuriously created and designed pig testicles are on display.
Oh, yes. Yeah, that was the first time I saw the pig testicles.
Oh, really?
They kind of jam them right in your face, and you're like, oh, look at these testicles.
I definitely saw them in the first chapter, because I was just like, look at that pig's balls. Holy shit. That's crazy. Then we get to the part where we have to start the fire. And you know what? I was an idiot, and I died here 2 times before I got the fire going.
Yeah?
Well, if you look, you can tell you have to get up to this fire and start it. There's rats in the way. but over by, you go a little further and there's a lit fire with the sticks. And 2 times in a row, I'm like, okay. First time I was like, I'll leave Hugo. Because like when you're carrying the stick with Hugo, you move even slower.
Yeah.
So I lit the stick the first time and I'm trying to walk with Hugo. I'm like, we're not going to make it. We're not going to make it. And we didn't make it. The rats ate us.
Yeah.
And then the second time I was like, okay, I'll leave Hugo. And then when I got it lit, I'll get Hugo, right? So I take the stick and I walk up and I'm like, okay, I barely made it and I lit it. And then I'm like, how do I get Hugo up here? There's no sticks or anything. Like, so I just called him and he just got swarmed. I was like, it's safe, Hugo. Come on over. Totally and he got swarmed. And then the third time, I'm like, what am I doing wrong? I was like, oh, right. I can light the stick on any torch. So then I went to the furthest torch along the way and lit it there. And I was like, oh, it was no problem. I kept lighting it at the big fire that was too far away.
Yeah, I did. I lit at the big fire first and got over to where you're supposed to walk up. And I'm like, this isn't going to work. I got to light it off these other torches. Yeah.
So whatever. I got through. But then at that point, it's just like, there's torches along the way, but it's like we have to just run because
lots of booking it.
There's just rats coming out of everywhere. And then we make it to the farm and it's nicely lit, so there's no rats to get us really. And we can just go in and check out the farm that's surprisingly nice.
Yeah, there's a crafting table in here and I effed up and did not craft.
No?
No. So now I've got a multitude of, like, my crafting materials are full.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, oh my god, I should have crafted. Why didn't I craft there? I was like, I'll be able to come back down and craft. That's fine.
Yeah.
Not even.
So I searched everywhere before I went into the house.
Yeah.
And then once I searched, finished searching everything, I was in the shed and I'm like, or the barn, and I'm like, oh, well, this is obviously where I'm going to go.
Yeah.
There's a fucking, like, some sort of cellar down here, so.
Did you get Hugo's herbarium number 2?
Yes, I did.
He
gave me another flower, so that's when I noticed, like, oh, the other flower was gone, so you must get, like, a flower every chapter or something like that.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, she wears, it's modeled on her for quite a while in here. I don't know when it stops being modeled on her.
I'm gonna guess it's the start of the second chapter. I didn't pay attention when I started the second chapter, so.
Yeah.
But we go in the house, we find Laurentis.
And his boy.
Laurentis is not too long for this world.
He's got the plague.
And he says, like, Hugo's special, whatever.
Keep him safe, continue your mother's work.
We don't know why he's special, but he's special for some way. And the boy's like, okay, let's go over to the, we got to make the medicine for Laurentis. Let's go over to the area. So we have to go over there. And rats have come out into the shed while we've been doing this. And we have to, like, how do we distract these rats?
Yeah, rats everywhere, even in the house now, too.
Yeah. And it's like, no, the rats weren't in the house yet. Oh, yeah, they were in the house.
Yeah, they go in the house, which is why I couldn't get to the crafting table.
Right. Yeah, the house, I forgot. You have to, like, knock the hams down. Get them some ham dingers.
Yeah.
So they can be distracted. But it's like, how do we get through these rats in the barn?
Yeah, I couldn't. I found the way to do it first, but I didn't think I could interact with the item twice. So I was like running around like, how the hell do I do this? Do I light the horse thing on fire and send the horse through the barn? Like, how do I do but there's no place to light it. And then all of a sudden I realized, like, oh, there's this bag of oats that I can interact with again and pull it into the barn to have.
Oh, you had interacted it before?
And I interacted with it before, and she was just like, oh yeah, there's some oats here. But if you don't go to the barn first, you can't pull it.
Oh, I see.
So because it was just, I could interact with it.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm running around looking for stuff in and out of the house. I'm like, what the hell am I supposed to do?
Yeah, those oats just appeared magically. They weren't there.
Did they?
They weren't. I don't think they were there before. I don't remember.
They were there when I walked up to the house.
Okay, I wasn't paying attention. I just remember the pig was in the little pigsty.
Yeah.
But I didn't see the oats. So maybe they were there. I don't know. I don't remember. But I was like, well, pig, you're dead. Follow me, piggy.
Sure is.
So I dragged the oats in there, and the pig's like, ooh, dinner. And the whole time, of course, the game is just doing this to be a dick to you. He's like, Hugo's like, oh, we're feeding the piggy. Oh, it's dinner time, Mr. Piggy. Enjoy your oats, Mr. Piggy. Oh, I love the little piggy. And I was like, don't get too attached to the piggy there.
Piggy's gonna die.
So once I dragged the oats in there, I was like, okay, we got the pig in here, but I'm like, the kid, what's his name? I don't even know the other kid's name.
Let me see.
He's like
Lucas.
Lucas is like, I need to close the doors so he doesn't get out. So I'm like, okay, close the fucking doors. Like, let's go. And I'm like waiting, and he's walking around. I'm like, why are you not closing the fucking door? And then it was like, oh, I have to leave.
Yeah, I don't like closed in there with it.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't sure what was going to happen. Like, I thought maybe we were going to climb on the barrel and break the lights or whatever.
Yeah.
So then we have to climb on the side wall and, break the lights so the rats swarm the pig.
Yeah.
And Hugo's like, oh, you're just like the baddies, Amicia. What's wrong with you?
So I'll point out that Lucas, in your interactions with Laurentius, you kind of anger Hugo a little bit because you shun him a little, you shrug him off, like yelling at people, so you're getting a little bit heated.
Yeah.
And so Hugo's not following you around for this whole time. He's just like, he's kind of like off on his own.
He's giving you the old cold shoulder.
He's giving you the old cold shoulder, but Lucas is following you around.
Yeah.
But Lucas his AI is a bit of an idiot. So if you get close to the rats, if you're running and you get close to the rats, he will run into the rats.
Oh, really?
And then start taking damage until you run out of the rats.
I did not find that at all.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe I didn't get close enough to the rats.
Because I was searching around so much, I was like getting close to the rats, trying to look at stuff. And and then Lucas will just run straight into them.
Oh, crazy.
Like, uh-oh, I'm getting hurt. Help.
Oh, crazy. No, I didn't have that.
Yeah. He loosely follows you around.
Sure.
And Hugo doesn't. But yeah, up the side of the barn building.
Yeah.
And knock
into
the
lights out.
All the rats go swarming the pigs, and then you can get down there and get down into the laboratory.
The alchemist's lab.
Yes.
Where Lucas teaches us how to make explosive rounds, basically.
Yeah. So that we can now light things without having a torch and carrying
which
it
was
back and
cool.
forth. Oh, yeah, super cool.
So there's like the rats come pouring in, and it's like, oh, light the embers. Well, why didn't we light them in the first place? But yeah, we do it.
Yeah.
And then he taught us how to do something else, didn't he? I thought he said, I'm going to show you how to do something else, but I don't remember what it was.
Did he show you how to do something else? But yeah, I don't.
Maybe he didn't actually
got around to it.
Yeah. He does teach you something in the next chapter too, but I won't spoil it.
Yeah. And so now we're running out. We're lighting the embers along the way to get out of the farm.
Isn't the horse get spooked? And
the horse gets spooked and busts away out into the field so we can go up to the windmill.
Yeah.
And
that was sorry, I was just gonna say, that was a very cool section.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. I don't think there have been any not cool sections in this game so
everything
far.
is like
everything's just been
very well crafted.
Yeah, it's very immersive. Like it makes my heart beat a little bit faster when stuff starts going crazy, and I'm like, oh god, this is so good.
And we can craft the fire ammo, so it's like that. This is just basically like light stuff on fire section, where it's like, oh, the embers need to be lit.
Yeah.
Use the sling, light the embers on fire, and then getting to the windmill. It was super cool setting the windmill like blades on fire, and they're turning and they're flaming, and it's like, okay, we have to time our run to the two that are on fire so the rats don't get us.
So this is another time where Lucas is a bit of an idiot.
I didn't.
So I ran all the way up to the windmill because I was like, oh, what's in the windmill? Can I go inside? And then I wait for the blade, but Lucas goes straight up to the blade, and it's just like this flame just going around right to him. Like, oh my god, is he gonna die? Like, oh no, he didn't take any damage.
It just went through him.
Yeah, it just ran through it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like being that close to the blade as it was coming around. I was like, oh man, the fire looks really good.
Oh yeah, wow. that like I said the other time, I said the first thing they did get working was the rats. That was like the main thing, obviously, that they had get going, and then the second thing would have been the lighting and fire and everything. Yeah, because it's such a key thing to the game, for sure. You know.
Yeah, so, that windmill blade spinning around on fire looks super cool.
Yeah.
Super awesome.
And then, I mean, how much more? I don't like. I played.
We get on the boat, and then we take off, and then that's the end of the chapter.
Is that the same guy you got your stuff from? Is that the same guy you got your stuff from?
What do you mean?
Like you said, you found a guy on a boat.
Oh no, it's a different boat.
Okay.
Different boat. I think this
he
boat
didn't just move his boat down.
No.
Oh, this boat was empty.
That boat was empty, and it had
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I remember now. Yeah, that was a cool chapter. I liked it a lot.
Super neat.
We forgot to say Laurentis is dead.
The
house blew up.
The house blows up.
Yeah.
It lights on fire and
unless he got blown out a window or something like that, he's dead.
I am pretty sure he was going to die anyway, so this is
he
just
didn't
quicker
look
for
too
him.
good.
No,
but,
he had boils on his face. And
Lucas was just all like, no, Laurentis. So we brought him with us. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to die at some point.
You think so?
I think so.
Okay.
I don't think we're going to have 3 characters. I mean, it's just got to be Amicia and Hugo. He's either going to die or he's going to stay at another place.
Another place?
We get to.
So I'm not going to spoil anything, but like the next chapter is like, whoa.
Yeah.
Just like, it's not like anything that happens, but the level is like, holy, it's crazy. It's pretty crazy.
Just about every part, every chapter of this game has a whole.
I don't think you could even guess what this level would be about.
Probably couldn't.
Yeah, it's
because everything's just been like
when it happened, I was just like, okay,
unpredictable.
And they add new again. It's another thing where they add more stuff for you to do. Like you've got new whatever ability. I'm not gonna say what ability or tool or whatever, you know. So.
Just even every time I brain some poor dude with a slingshot, I'm like, oh my god.
I brained a few guys.
Yeah.
I brained a few guys.
Nice.
Yeah. So,
nice.
Yeah, great game. Enjoying it a lot. Oh yeah,
super good. Super
looking
enjoyable.
forward to the next one. Can't wait to get through this one. And I think the second one is coming to Game Pass too.
Oh, nice. We just slide right into it.
Almost.
What are we on? Chapter 4? We're working on chapter. We're going to be working on chapter 5 now. And there's 12 chapters. So make sure that you guys leave us a suggestion for what you want us to play on the next Game Club. Because it's not going to be the next Plague Tale yet.
No, definitely not. I mean, there's always. I mean, I think like we did Alan Wake, we did this, and we've done Guardians of the Galaxy. Those have been the 3 we did.
Yeah.
I think the next one should be a more lighthearted affair.
A lighthearted affair.
Yeah, maybe. We'll have to see if we can find something a little more lighthearted. Just not something so you can't really say dystopian because it's in the past, but like
gruesome.
Yeah, gruesome. I'm sure heck one of our friends would call it. He'd like to see a cozy game.
A cozy game.
Yeah.
A cozy.tv game?
No, not cozy.tv. But we'll see what we can dig up anyways. Because I was thinking of like Hellblade would be a good one. Because Hellblade 2 is coming out, but that's like we may as well just play Plague Tale again.
Yeah.
It's the same game.
We should play.
Oh yeah. Play it on.
Space Quest 3.
Oh, okay.
Like just
the retro.
Yeah, just like a point and click adventure game. Might be good.
That you can it might be good.
A Sam & Max?
Sam & Max, I mean I played Sam & Max on the 360, but
yeah.
That is definitely old school.
Yeah.
Like point and click.
Yeah.
Where it's like where's the guide? I don't know how to get through this part.
Yeah. Oh, I need to use the banana on this power meter to...
Yeah. I don't know. I liked point and clicks like that when I was a kid. Not so much anymore.
Yeah.
So, anyways, if you have a suggestion, let us know.
Yeah, do let us know.
Let us know directly or down below in the YouTube comments.
Yes.
Yeah.